New start. All right. Fantasy football crew.
Yeah.
Coming at you. We're live from the studio. Amon went from being the guy without a shirt to now this week he's the only guy with the shirt.
Me and
Waylon misplaced.
Then he got the Eagles hat.
Misplaced our shirts. Yeah, and he's repping the Eagles hat. So as we get it kicked off, you know how we start this bad boy off. So let's go ahead and do it. Everybody collect yourself, get ready. Take a swig. Go ahead and read it for us, Waylon.
Let's show that proper 12. You ready? It's hard to be the person who never gives up.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. It's so you saying it's hard to be Anthony? Ian.
Never gives up.
Never gives up the trade.
The trade.
Always coming with great offers. Great. Or not so great offers.
Like, I don't know if he's trying to get our attention.
I really don't. That's what I said.
That's one.
I heard there was some. Put the count up. That's one. I heard that, I heard through the grapevine, that he felt kind of slighted at some of the deals. But some of the deals, I look at it and I'm like, yo, for real? Like what I told y'all today, Case Keenum, Julio Jones,
Dak Prescott.
No, wait. Case Keenum, Jarvis Landry, Julian Edelman for Dak Prescott, Julio Jones.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I felt like, yo, my man, is you for real? So that's why my thing, I didn't know because he was sending the jokes about yo, what you got in the works, I'm on, what you doing. I didn't know if he legit had a move or if he was just if he's messing with us.
Trying to get our attention.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get our attention,
yeah,
our DM's open.
Yeah.
So you saying hit your personal line?
Hit the personal. Well, yeah, you could go on the group meets and the little personal.
And then try to find a way to get.
And try to find a way to do it. I don't think you should.
Shoot in the dark. It's hunting season, right? So.
That's kind of what.
I just think
when you send a trade, I feel like
that's so.
Yeah.
Insulting. Some of them be.
Yeah, I feel like you. I feel like you wearing a trench coat. You run up to me and you going. Ain't showing me the Libby's Vienna sausage when you do that.
So you saying you feel insulted
no flavor
by if he
a little if it's ridiculous, cause
all right
because part of me is is it for real or is my man just I'm gonna see if they're gonna accept this? You know what I'm saying? Because
the biggest trade in the room.
Which one? Oh, okay.
What do you do when you? How do you? Approach? You've been
part of the last. You've been JB for.
Wow, man! Shout out to JB, man.
That's probably 4 trades you made.
How long has he been riding the JB train though?
Last 4 weeks.
Well, can we say JB's record 4-2?
Yeah,
the second most points scored in the league. You can't ride. That is the time.
Yeah, but what's those points? Who's the top scoring team in the league?
You.
Yeah.
But that was the last 2 weeks. But Ian. Oh shit.
No, he's not there no more.
I'm just saying, but we go off that train.
Yeah.
Was the big dog? But
big dog right here.
5-0. Who did you play?
6-0.
You like the Patriots. Come on. Go on. You beat Freddie and you beat Anthony. But you play Anthony this week, right? But anyway.
I beat JB.
Maybe JB.
All right. Well, that's nice.
All right. And then we get to. So we've kind of already hopped into it. Talking about our trades.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Y'all got me thrown off.
What you feel like?
But how I go about it? Okay, we just throwing it out there. I look at players available. Mm-hmm. Then I look at I analyze personally. I look at a squad and say, okay, this and this deal. Okay, we look at the Anthony deal. We're looking at Aaron Rodgers, Melvin Gordon, Tyler Boyd, Marlon Mack. And on the back end, it was Kirk Cousins, DeAndre Hopkins, Leonard Fournette. Anthony's squad. I felt
that's not a bad deal.
That's a good deal.
Excellent deal. That's a solid deal for Anthony. Just too bad they all had bad weeks last week.
Yeah,
they all had bad weeks this week against me.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how that plays.
The only thing that I was unsure if I'm Anthony, which I don't know how y'all worked it out, but if I'm Anthony, I would have tried to finesse to not give up DeAndre Hopkins. I would have been like, what about Keenan Allen? What about
DeAndre Hopkins been?
I know. But still,
one of those bargaining chips would
right.
Got the deal.
But say you throw that deal at Anthony, You got what you got? Sean Watson, Dak,
I threw that.
Breeze, and so you were threw in.
I threw. The deal was at the time when I offered it to him when he was unresponsive. It was Chris Carson before obviously what he's doing now.
Well, he's not fumbling anymore.
No,
that was
putting up
before. That's
points.
why he was fumbling.
Yeah. So, but it was Chris Carson and Deshaun Watson for any of the three receivers.
That
was it. That was a trade.
But I mean, maybe it could be a position where it was time.
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
Like, you know what, I'm gonna
I do. I feel like he didn't want to hop off that train as quickly as he did.
The thing that's scheduled now is Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I don't know how consistent it is.
Down since Melvin Gordon got back.
But I mean,
but we sat here and talked about. I feel like we. I don't know if any of the Chargers personnel listens to Fantasy Football Crew, but I'm saying we sat here and had I feel like we basically figured out their offense for them. Melvin Gordon gets delegated to a short down back if he's me, and we keep running it through Eckler because guess what? Our offense is flowing, our offense is moving. Then all of a sudden you throw in Melvin Gordon and now y'all are stagnant.
But I think two things with that though. I feel the team, like the players, the coaching staff, wanted Melvin.
Oh yeah.
So they want to feature him to show, you know what, this guy's going to be the game changer in our offense. So let's get him in, feed him. We know Eckler could do already, so we can always go back to him and make that work, and then we can see how we can correlate from there.
Like Aaron Rodgers, he don't scare me.
Aaron Rodgers can't scare anyone.
No.
But
if he's giving you 20 points without his number one target, shit.
Or if he's
this day and age though, like this year, like these, you could have got Deshaun Watson. You could like the Mahomes.
I don't know. See, because I feel like I like listen, like I don't want to be like I'm threatening anybody or whatever. But no, all I'm saying is like Deshaun Watson starting to move into a realm where it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He's starting to move in that realm of every week now he's having to do it. And as we said, DeAndre Hopkins is not doing it, so he's having to move the ball. It's no longer, let me toss it up to DeAndre Hopkins, see what happens.
Also, I think in that
he's in that sense the offense, like, all right. Because that
game was a little tricky. I mean, if you look at that Chiefs and Houston game, they was trying to keep Patty Mahomes. I mean, he had the ball. That was 1 minute in the fourth quarter. So I mean, if you could keep the
I mean, Carlos Hyde got featured in an offense and I know because I played Freddie. Luckily, I put up 200 something, but Freddie played Carlos Hyde, and I'm looking back like I just dropped Carlos Hyde last week, and Carlos Hyde is now putting up
190 something.
Oh, I don't think it was that much.
Yeah, he dropped a good bit.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it was 190.
I think close to 150.
It was like it was like 150, 160, I believe.
But I mean that just to go back to kind of round out the
because I had a pretty comfy lead at the end.
And you still had Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, 150, yeah, 150. I thought we had.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, what we looking at next? What we at?
Go ahead. It's just we order the deal with them on. Give us. All
right, and then the deal that everyone was in uproar about. I feel Waylon, Ian, Tillman, Stephen.
Which one? The AK?
Yeah, the AK deal. Yeah. So I don't see what's.
Truth be told, I was.
We pound the table.
Truth be told, I was busting your balls because you know what? You went the opportunist.
Save the rest for you.
The opportunist. Oh yeah. I know you got a lot to give a chance, but from my perspective, I was busting your balls a lot about it in the group and all this stuff. But I feel like you were the opportunist because you went in and you talked to Paul, and as we talked about with Ian and finessing and making deals work. You led with a conversation with Paul. I'm sure it didn't just start with you sent Paul a deal, which you tried to lowball Paul and was like, this is what I'm going to do. No, I think, have learned from previous mistakes of doing like Ian and sending off the lowball trade and everybody looking at you and like discuss like, oh, you're going to send me a lowball. Nah, I ain't doing that.
You was probably the only one there. I didn't go to Paul. I never asked for it. I was just...
You're filling it out.
Like filling it out.
You were throwing a lot of Kamara shade out there, though.
But I wasn't going for Kamara.
Everybody say that.
I did not ask Paul for Kamara.
Right.
But I was just trying to, after the podcast last week, When you trying to get me to give up
Oh yeah.
Zeke,
We were just having a conversation.
we're gonna roll the clip.
But I actually looked at it. I didn't.
I'll find it and
Look, I didn't even mean to say. I actually wanted to say it wanted to be Mike Evans and Devontae Freeman. I didn't mean to say because I asked you. I said,
And a third guy.
Yeah, and that was gonna be a flex. But I said, well, who was gonna be? I said, well, who's your other running back? And he was like Saquon and Zeke. I was like, no. And I was like, okay, well,
Montgomery's he's gonna.
And that's when he said, you know, but
Like, look at Freeman now. Freeman been putting up.
we can't control
Last
that. They
3
played
weeks.
Atlanta. I mean, they played Arizona. So.
Okay. So, but as we kind of touched on it before the podcast, you know, asking him because he got AK. We've been messing with him in the group me app since he got AK.
Been pounding the table.
Are you? Or no, not that. What I'm getting to is, are you afraid of the high ankle sprain? Well, it did come out as high ankle sprain.
I mean, it's not a bad.
But
it's honestly not a bad trade. But I don't see, like he says, Kirk Cousins a number quarterback.
yeah, I don't believe that.
Not a quarterback league. We stress the fact of having a.
Name the top 10 quarterbacks.
I can't give you a list that I ain't even prepared for.
No, I should
Top 10.
Off your head. Go
I
ahead.
should come with the top 10.
Go ahead.
10 quarterbacks.
Let me see.
Name
We'll go with Pat Mahomes,
Okay.
Sean Watson,
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers,
All right.
Drew Brees.
Okay.
No, Drew Brees out.
See that?
No, like
Matt
like,
Ryan.
Okay. Matt Ryan 4.
Let me see what we had now. Oh shit. Russell Wilson. Sorry
Okay.
about that, JB.
5. Give me 5 more.
Tom Brady. Did I say Tom? All right.
Go ahead.
Tom Brady. I'm stretching now, bro.
Where's Lamar?
Okay, Lamar.
Okay, 7.
Okay, I'm out now.
You out? You
I'm
7.
out.
7. You got
Yeah, so
7.
I mean,
QBs?
now I feel I gotta throw in Kirk Cousins now.
No.
You over
wait,
Dak?
give me something.
Over
With
Dak?
that?
Yeah, Dak been on.
Over-
Okay, let's put Dak.
Okay.
Okay, Dak. Who am I missing?
Get some more.
I mean, I'm throwing Kirk right there. Kirk,
Okay.
maybe Carson Wentz.
You got Kurt over Carson Wentz.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. End of the season, you want Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray.
Give me Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I think that offense is solid balance.
I'm feeling you out. Feeling you
You
out.
can say the same about
Kirk Cousins, Gardner Minshew.
Kirk Cousins, easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield.
Kirk Cousins, easy. Another
Okay.
easy one.
Okay.
But you drafted Baker Mayfield.
We talking about something happening August. We're in the middle of October.
Why you gotta bring up old shit? Is what he's
You know,
saying.
so I mean, we can say the same thing about what's the quarterback for Tampa?
Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff.
Kirk Cousins again.
Okay.
Jared Goff has been.
Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen.
Ooh, he's on your team.
I say Kirk Cousins by a hair though. Still say Kirk.
Kirk Cousins, go with Brissett.
Jacoby been balling.
I got two that we didn't mention.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's why I say show me the.
Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford.
Now see, he had a bye week. I don't know what Stafford been doing. I'm not gonna lie.
Kirk Cousins, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Phillip hasn't been looking so high.
Phillip sling the damn ball.
He's slanging, but how has he been looking
But
though?
what Kirk Cousins do? Kirk Cousins ain't sling the ball till after
Last week.
Last
till
2
after,
2 weeks. Last 2 games.
till after
Last 2
Adam
games.
Thielen and Stephon Diggs called him out.
Sometimes that's all it
He
takes
threw
to
for
spark the
10
offense.
He threw 10 times the first game of the season.
That is true, but the
8 for
offense
10.
evolved. That offense is evolving, and if it keep
But you
going,
know,
even if you
how
cut the
long
points in
the
half,
offense Evolved though.
if you cut the points in half, he scored 49 last week or
Yeah.
45. You cut that in half.
Kirk Cousins,
that's
Derek
still.
Carr.
Give me Kirk Cousins again, huh? Derek Carr.
Oh my God.
Like so, I mean, out of the top 10.
So from your perspective, I get it. From the way you view it, I get it.
Not a quarterback one, in my perspective.
I mean, I feel quarterback ones are the top 5,
That's
and then
top
after
10.
Yeah.
That's top 10.
you really can't.
No, but
Yeah, I feel
There's 10 people in the fantasy league.
Yeah, I
how
feel
many,
you go
how many
top 10.
quarterbacks after you get? I mean, I know Pat been a little downhill. Shout out to Ian, but I know Pat been downhill. But outside of Pat Mahomes, Russell Wilson,
Drew Brees, I know he's hurt right now.
you know, but after that,
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady,
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson,
Russell Wilson,
Well, I had him on
Matthew Stafford,
and I'd even go
Jared
Dak.
Goff,
I'd go Dak.
Prescott.
You because look,
even throw Jameis Winston in the damn thing.
everyone's been like, oh well, the Cowboys played bad. The Cowboys did
Look,
this.
Jameis Winston-
Last week, yeah, he put up 18. 18 is not nothing to look at if you've like. 18 in a 2-quarterback league. If you can find someone who's going to constantly give you 18, 20,
I agree.
that's
I understand that was the best quarterback you had.
No, well, I mean, it depends. I mean, the person who acquired him, shout out to Paul, I feel that was the best move he felt was available to him.
Well, yeah, it was good for him.
But like I said, you approached Paul.
I wouldn't have given Le'Veon though. Le'Veon that's a shake.
Sometimes you gotta go
no,
for.
See, I think that deal got done because of the name of Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, like
because if you Paul at the end of the season, you can say, well, I mean, it was Kirk Cousins. We can sit here and debate Kirk Cousins was blue in the face, but it was for Le'Veon Bell.
But what you would have did? All right, I got a scenario too. What you would have did? Brissett and David Johnson for Kamara.
I wouldn't have did that.
That would have been. I think personally. That would have been the better deal.
For who?
For Kamara.
For Paul?
For Paul.
Nah. The only reason I say that, and the only reason I disagree with that is because I feel like when you give up Alvin Kamara, regardless of what we think, exactly.
Mike Evans and a flex.
No. What I'm saying is when you give up an AK, you want names back.
Yeah,
we can sit here and say, oh well, like we can sit here and debate how we talk about Gardner Minshew over Kirk Cousins. Yeah, the Garden. Shout out to JB. He's been putting up numbers, right? He's been doing work aside from the Saints game. He's been putting up consistently solid numbers. So we can sit here and say Gardner Minshew's a better pickup than Daniel Jones, than anybody the Redskins playing, anything. Yeah. We can sit here and say, and like you could say, okay, the Garden's like. Just not say now he's obviously not top 10, but we can say he's in that. We can say he's in that. Yeah, we say he's in that 15. Close to 15, not quite all the way down to 20 range. Okay. And you hear some of the names he's ahead of, you're not gonna go, oh well, man. I'm trading. I don't want to take the Garden. I don't want to take Gardner Minshew when I could be getting. Name a quarterback that he's above in stats right now. You get what I'm saying? Because you want the name. And I feel like with Paul, you get someone like Le'Veon Bell, regardless of what we sit here and think.
Quarterback 21 right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. But we can say it, but I said we could be like
third quarterback.
We'd be like, oh, this. I feel like with Paul, you get a name like Le'Veon Bell back who was drafted early.
Hey, very early.
It does something for your morale. Then trading for something like he said, a David Johnson who's had the injury issues in the past, and then Jacoby Brissett, who while maybe putting up better numbers, doesn't look as sexy on paper as Kirk Cousins, Le'Veon Bell. That's why I don't think that was a better trade. Because initially, that's one of those deep dives of like you look at a trade like that, and you look deep and you like, oh, that might be the better trade. But instinctually, you see Le'Veon Bell, Kirk Cousins. You can't tell me you're gonna go. Oh, I'd rather have the David Johnson.
One thing I think is added. He was on the bye, Jacoby.
Yeah.
Well, so it's like pulled off the trade. Tom Brady, Freeman, and Montgomery.
That's a better trade.
Yeah, hands down. But I mean,
what you want to do? What you want to do, Mo?
If you win, the only
what you want to do, Mo?
I have to look at the numbers. I mean,
that's numbers.
Nah, I'm a Mo. I don't make those trades. Yeah. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit. Because I feel like we didn't like this trade thing. I feel like is important to deep dive in and talk about because for a lot of people, I feel like maybe because like none of us really know each other, right? So like aside from fantasy football, me and Waylon like the only people who like knew each other outside of like fantasy football.
Good point.
I feel like a lot of people don't know like what's the other person's like psyche or what the other person may be thinking about it.
They value
exactly. So who they value, what they look at as far as like what's important to them versus what's not important. And I feel like with you approaching it the way you've been approaching it, you've been finding those things. I feel like that's how you've been able to get those deals done. Yeah. It's because you've been doing the work, the groundwork, as opposed to just sending out a trade, waiting for a response.
Yeah, good point. And like I said, I don't really analyze, but I look at rosters, I see how pieces are fit. Right. And, I think somebody or players look at it, opposed to Whalen, who talks great about deals, scared to pull those triggers. I think he's afraid of losing getting that one loss. So we're going to see how that really works out.
I mean, if it's going good, why break it?
Sometimes you could go from...
but like the only deal I'm making right now is for. I'm not saying. There's like one more deal I want to make, but
I mean, he wants Drew Brees. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but I mean, what it will take to get that deal done. Because the closer he comes back, the price goes up a little bit, in my opinion. So are we looking at Mike Evans and the
No!
Mike Evans, Zeke, and a flex guy.
top 3 quarterback in the league. Paired up with Tom Brady. Zeke.
I got Lamar paired up with Tom Brady.
You want Lamar?
Like, I don't need to make the deal.
You want Lamar?
I would want him for a bye week.
Wow, so you willing to trade
that's like
a quarterback for 1 week?
No, I'm like not give up that much.
Right.
But you're getting that much in return. You're getting Drew Brees.
But he don't need Drew Brees.
You don't need Drew Brees.
But I mean, it's my thing is like you gonna look what he need and what I want.
I think it's to the point now in the season. It's not
like
what
just
you
imagine
need. It's more what you want right now.
Yeah. Well, who's your receivers right now? Devontae Adams,
Julio Jones, and DJ Chark.
That is a nice squad. Not needing that.
I mean, aside from Devontae Adams being hurt, that's all.
But that's
top 10.
I could probably give him. Drew Brees been on his bench for the last 4 weeks.
What injury? That's a different bench.
Robert Woods and say one of my running backs for David Montgomery.
So just Drew Brees. Montgomery.
No.
Will Montgomery and Woods get that deal done?
No.
Okay.
But what would get the deal done for Drew Brees?
I
don't know what your roster looks like.
See, and that's the point that we're trying to.
But I picked up Cam Newton today, though.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. You had AJ Green for 3 weeks. Let's see if.
I mean, so that kind of rolled in. We kind of talked about
I
it.
got AJ Green and Michael.
What about bye week blues?
My goodness.
Ooh, God bless the commission. I mean, you rolling with.
I didn't look.
Tevin Coleman and Miles Sanders.
Somebody called that.
Tevin Coleman and Miles Sanders.
Yeah, and on quarterback, who was his quarterback? Because Kyle
Allen he just picked up Ryan Tannehill and.
Oh my God, he's still doing that?
He picked up Ryan Tannehill.
Wow.
He's still doing the revolving door QB?
Well, he don't have no choice.
Ryan Tannehill and Carson Wentz. You can't. Well, that's one thing. If Cam comes back,
he's done.
He's done. That's
done.
my thing.
Maybe he's feeling Jameis Winston gonna hold it down.
The only thing I think that's saving Tillman's team right now is a great pick in the draft is Chris Godwin. And he picked up
James Conner's starting to come around too.
And he saved, and the fact that he has Cooper Kupp on his team.
Cooper Kupp and McCaffrey.
You got to grit your teeth to get that one.
McCaffrey, but I mean,
you got some horses.
But on
that quarterback, man.
Quarterback situation, and you only got
if you
only got one running back.
Parlay it a little bit. I think
2 running backs.
Get to where you need to get.
I mean, what he offered, $50 Mooyah.
I mean,
something.
That's what's gonna hurt him this weekend. That's gonna put you at 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't know what the back end of his schedule. I mean, the good thing is, okay, you take a loss, but you get the bulk of your team back now, and you don't got to worry about as many bye weeks on the back end. You get.
And see, I don't want to get in matchup weakness early, but I mean, y'all two. That's gonna be a pivotal point for y'all two this week.
Yeah. I think with me winning last week, beating both father and son the last 2 weeks, I feel I'm in a pretty good spot to get if I do take a loss.
If I take a loss too, putting up 200 and then I think 180. So my last 2 weeks were 180 and then 200 something and 200 something again this week. So it kind of makes me like, even if I lose to you this week and have an off week, it just shows me the potential of what my team could do. You know what I'm saying? And with the way the people are set up in our league right now, it's like
because you could count 3 teams out. I'm not going to expose them. I feel 3 teams is getting close to that.
You done
fire sale, but
Paul, case closed and ready for it.
I'm not revealing that information.
You might as well.
I feel like everybody knows.
But I mean,
Paul. We're not going to the top 10 this early.
Actually, this guy.
Yeah,
that's the top.
Yeah, the bottom 3.
That wasn't the 2 you named though.
Yeah, it was.
Case closed, ready for it.
I feel those 2 have potential.
Oh, okay. No.
Case closed got the potential.
No. He's talking about somebody else.
Oh, yeah. But Case Closed got the potential. He got the potential, but he's in a deep hole. After this week,
if he lose again, this week,
that's
gonna make you go 8-6 or 7-6, 7-6. So you gotta win out to
But
make
the
the playoffs.
good thing is 6 teams make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what really could
You
save
think a team's gonna make the playoff at 7-6?
I think so. Because I feel the only reason why, because how the schedules fall, a lot of these 2 through 6 play each other in consecutive weeks.
True.
So unless it start to,
True.
some teams start to pull.
Because when we come back, I mean, you think about it. Me and Waylon's gonna play each other again. Me and you's gonna play each other again. You and Waylon's gonna play each other again.
Me and JB play each other.
I don't play him till.
Yeah, me and him only gonna get one matchup. But I mean, think about everybody who played last month. That's gonna come back around. So a lot of teams that's in that pivotal spot, like Rolando. I mean, you gonna have to play people again.
Bro's gonna
have to play people. So it's gonna a lot of those teams will start falling down.
Right, just based off of the fact of the matchups.
And boom, it's gonna go back in.
Yeah.
And nobody pulled away. I mean, believe it or not, outside of him winning 6 games, everybody's still a game within each other. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because like I said, JB doing the win for the 4-2 was a big move too. Because had JB lost, it would have been wide open.
Exactly.
If JB loses last week, it is wide open.
So it's 6-0, 4-2, JB 4-2.
Yeah. And then 3-3, 3-3.
Till week 7, till the 7th seed, and
then it's
2 and
3, 2-3. I think 1.
2 and 4, 2 and 4.
So that's why I say so. It's really, man. Do we still? So it's just week 7. I know it's getting late, but
and then bye weeks are starting to wrap up, like you said, and we're starting to get to the point where it's like, I mean, you got a couple teams with late bye weeks like the same.
Now week 12 is gonna be hell for some teams. Not saying how to control your team, Ian, but bro, you got week 12.
I think
it's gonna be scary.
I think Ian's, like we're gonna say before, he had the team, he had the formula, he had.
We read the roster off like multiple times. He had the but you played. You had the juice.
But you playing off of.
I got the juice now. That was
you
Ian.
Playing off of week to week projections, week to week production.
My man could have came in with the crown and everything, and your king is here, baby.
That's just the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Like you had everything.
Well, I will say at the draft he made a comment. He said, because you said something about making deals.
Yeah.
And Ian said something to the effect of, yeah, man, I'm all about making deals. I'm all about making moves. And I didn't take it like
nobody takes it.
I didn't take it to heart. Like my man really just lives for the trade.
And some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do, but I think the one problem is, and not to go back on Ian, but sometimes you try to get that so-called perfect lineup. Yeah. You're like, if I just get this piece.
If I had just this.
If I had just this player and this player, sometimes you could do a stack. I trust 1 or 2 stacks, but
I mean, not to keep bringing up old shit as we say, but what happened last year to your team?
Oh man, I mean, it went down a rabbit hole. I was
self-destruct.
Yeah, well, actually, I was just following. Like I said, I wouldn't say it was on his level, but I was real high. He
not saying his level, but one trade. You traded me, Devontae Adams, for Sony Michel, Kerryon Johnson, and something else.
It was another piece, and what people fail to realize a part of that trade was Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
and we made that trade in like week 4, so Amari Cooper's looking horrible. But he got traded to Dallas, became a top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, so I had Amari Cooper and Devontae Adams on my squad.
And then I actually got. I don't have to actually. The rest of your roster was crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, you had like 7 or 8 still running backs.
I still don't see how Tim Wanda did, but
the back.
Yeah, now they keep bringing up old shit, but I don't know about.
But trust me, I've been there in several.
So that's what I said. I mean, like your team was projecting and trending upwards last year, and then you made that move where you, like I said, you traded me Devontae Adams. And that really spun your move.
Yeah, because
I mean, no one could predict injuries. Sony Michel played 2 weeks, and then in that week 2, down with the knee. Kerryon Johnson also goes down.
Marvin Ingram goes down. I try to get another running back. I trade James White, who was having a great production at the time. So I was like, man, now
picks up James White off the waivers.
Yeah, that was this week.
When you don't value players on your team.
JB, he's talking about JB.
I mean,
let's just point it out.
Well, sometimes
who else he dropped?
Who else?
Drew Brees.
But I mean, if you feel you don't need that many players on your roster, sometimes you drop a player or two just to get what you need to get at. So That's how I look at that whole lineup. It's been an interesting week. Every move y'all said had to be done, kind of bring the point home, was done last week.
Mm-hmm.
Rowe made a move, got off one of the receivers. Paul made a move,
Case closed.
got off of AK, and then potentially 2 more deals brewing. I don't know what you're planning, but you got something up your sleeve with Tom Brady. Ian, guard yourself. I don't know what he's planning. Do not trade Pat. If you do, get me back.
Yeah, why do you want to get rid of Zeke and Mike Evans?
No. He's saying for Pat Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying, but that's his every trade I try to make. That's his centerfold.
Because nobody want. Can I just say it?
Go ahead.
Nobody want Montgomery, bro. Yes, he was a high projection in the draft. Now, we don't really see what's going on.
I throw in Freeman. Freeman put an 18.
Okay, so for your Pat Mahomes deal, you throwing in what? Tom Brady
and Freeman for Mahomes. He needs
Tom Brady and Devontae Freeman
for Mahomes.
For Pat Mahomes.
That's even deal.
Now I have to look at the back end.
I mean, I'm not doing it, but I mean that's.
I mean, you ain't gotta lie to us.
I'm not doing
This
it.
proper 12 is making me feel awesome.
But that's it. Even that's it. Even he needs to run. I mean, if he's running with Austin Eckler and Dalvin Cook, that's his only 2 running backs. What if a bye week hit?
Not a bye week. What if Melvin Gordon comes back and takes case load off of Austin Eckler, and then now you gotta.
I know y'all got the notification this morning.
So somebody want more touches?
Yeah, who want more touches?
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
Feed the beast.
I mean, I'm not giving up Zeke or fucking Barkley for Mahomes. I mean,
not right now.
I could go without.
Yeah, you don't need him.
I could go without Mahomes.
He needs your running backs more
than I need his
Pat
quarterback.
Mahomes.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
I mean, truthfully, it'd be like if I went out and tried to make a deal for, like, it'd be like if I went out, traded one of my running backs for Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like, what does Pat Mahomes do on my roster?
Well, yeah, same like Drew Brees.
I mean, I got Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Drew Brees, Kyler Murray. What does Adam Pat do to my roster?
I mean, that is still having the best quarterback stat-wise on your team. That is a lot to be said.
I mean, that's the same shit Mahomes doing. What do you need all the running backs?
I mean, Amon has had aside from Zeke, Amon has owned every top five in the fantasy football.
Besides Zeke and McCaffrey,
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook ain't been poo the last few weeks.
Let's talk about first round picks. Dalvin Cook didn't go in the first round in a lot of leagues. So first round running backs, you've rubbed elbows with a lot of them, Reese, as of late.
He could have for the draft.
Oh, he could have had Zeke.
Yeah,
I know. We said that.
Different situation.
I told him.
It was not. We said Rowe's not gonna take. If you take him, Rowe's not gonna take Gurley. You'd have had Gurley on the back end.
I was gonna get him on the comeback. You think he's gonna take Zeke on the comeback? Nobody saw him doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you take Le'Veon and you come back and take Zeke. I didn't think Rowe was doing that. He started the hell out of me.
Just imagine. All right, say Zeke was playing. We all knew Zeke was playing.
Ooh, let's talk about the fact that Rowe had Zeke and Lev Bell right now.
Boy, he got Mark Ingram. The touchdown.
But he got Mark Ingram because of Zeke.
So sometimes the deals work.
But I'm just saying, if Zeke wasn't
going through that contract, I think he would have
top 5 running back.
Yeah. Well, our draft was a little different this year, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, the only thing that was different was because Ian took Mahomes' second pick.
We used to that though. We used to that though.
Yeah.
Somebody showed up. New guy in the league and drafted Deshaun Watson like number 5.
And he finished what as quarterback last year?
Towards ACL, I think.
Yeah. Not last year.
No, he got hurt. Watson got hurt last year.
He had some down games, but he played all 16, brother. And he finished as quarterback.
But he didn't do nothing good for you.
I made some trades that didn't. I made the playoffs. I made some trades.
But I'm just saying though,
Andrew Luck.
If Zeke would have played, who would have been your top 3, top 4?
Top 4 running backs? Oh, I had Saquon, I had Christian McCaffrey, Ivan Kamara, and Zeke.
Yeah, so Zeke would have won top 4. You could have had Zeke and maybe Lev Bell or Target.
Once again, just to look back at it, I didn't know if he was gonna miss 1 or 2 games.
Now look at me now.
Trust that.
Now look at me. I got Zeke and Saquon.
But let's see how that works out. He practicing full a day, but
He's gonna be good. I mean, that NFC East is that's the only that's I'm confident about now because the NFC East is all close.
that should be interesting.
2-4. Well, y'all 3-3.
3-3 in Dallas.
Dallas 3-3.
Washington.
Dallas
1-6.
is looking like a dumb.
Well, no, 1-5.
So let's see how this plays.
So let's do top 10. So we get in that so we can talk about these teams.
Let's go, man.
I'm number 2. Ready for number 2?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
We
ahead.
got Waylon 1. JB's number 2. We got the Kings 3. Congratulations. Dramas 4. Shout out to the commission at 5. We have Ian at 6. Roe at 7. We have my man Paul at 8. Freddie here at 9. And Case Closure at 10.
All right. The arrows are for me, not for you.
All right. Myself, Drama, King, Tillman, JB, Roe, Ian, Case Close, Ready, and Paul. Sorry, Paul.
I love that. So then my list reads Waylon, Drama, myself, Flip, JB, Tillman, Roe, Ian, Case Closed, Freddie, sorry, Paul.
Oh, we got some disagreement right here.
We always got disagreement.
What's this?
What you disagree?
4 and 2.
4.
The most points scored, second most points scored in the league.
4 and 2.
Third most points.
Oh, he's on JB?
Yeah.
I mean, I got him 4th.
Dude should be a top 3 team.
No.
Consistently. Until you take a look.
I can't trust them running backs.
You don't trust Matt Breida and you
Phillip-
don't trust Phillip Lindsay?
No.
Production lies to no one.
They lied, but after that, I mean, you got Tyler Lockett and
Michael Thomas.
Nice.
Nice.
That's nice, but the running back situation, that's what.
Tyler Lockett kind of scared me too, though.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't know.
With Dinsley going down, I think they might.
Maybe.
Which like the best thing, like the best probably bargain in his offense is Austin Hooper.
That's bargain. That's the number 1 tight end in the league right now.
Nah, well, nobody knew that was gonna be.
Well, I mean, sometimes you draft.
'Cause I mean, I drafted
make
fucking
waiver.
Kels second.
Yeah, and you traded
second.
Wilder. I mean, everybody makes decisions that they gotta live with later on in life. But
Wait. You calling him trading Wilder to me a good move?
That was a
Yeah,
good
that
move.
was a solid move. Yeah, I agree with that. That was a good move.
You said that wasn't a good move.
At the time, I didn't agree with it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but now 4 weeks removed,
What was Kyler Murray and
Waller for Lamar
yeah,
Jackson.
and it actually panned out for both ends. Honestly, I thought Wilder was gonna be a flash in the pants. T.J. Hawkinson, I thought it was gonna be like that, and I thought Jackson was gonna.
They still got a better receiver out there too. I'm trying to get. Oh well.
They got 2 that I'm.
And what about the?
Trying to get, but he's still in the waivers.
You got 2 out there. I'm pretty impressed with, but you can't roster wise. You got to be careful about what you do. So you can't get everybody.
Especially if you like me and you right now, you're sitting on 4 quarterbacks.
Me, you,
3
and
quarterbacks.
I got
Yeah.
4 quarterbacks too.
Who your 4? Oh yeah,
Tom
you picked
Brady,
up Cam.
Lamar,
Good one.
Cam, and
Yeah.
Mitch.
Good
Yeah.
one.
And I got Dak, Deshaun.
So tell me, I know you need a quarterback. You probably gonna come out.
Dak, Deshaun, Kyler Murray, Drew Brees.
Nice.
That was the proper.
So what if Mitch played this week and tear up the Saints defense? Who's coming get him?
Good point.
Nobody.
Good point.
Nobody. You
'Cause I think
stuck with your roster.
I think so, because I think all the trades.
No. After the fucking last podcast, now you're gonna fucking trade me.
Sometimes it's better to be in a great sweet spot with no losses than to be hounding players or looking for players to get to that spot. So,
Agreed.
yeah, that's fine.
Shout out to Mo Howard and them players trying to get to that spot.
I just go out and scout, and I bring it to the GMs. Who they want to draft is up to them.
Yeah, and I know you got some big brewing. You might as well get it off the podcast.
Full.
It's still in the works, bro.
Trust me, that's what
still
it's
in
all
the
about.
works.
I know.
We got some details to discuss.
Heavy details. Because apparently Paul like to rob people for players and
Who's your
trade high.
Who's your quarterbacks now after the trades?
If everything goes through, don't get
It's
vetoed.
not nothing's got you. I ain't
We
veto.
don't know that.
You ain't veto.
Okay, so if it does,
So, I mean, that's
everything,
like- that is
we'll
like-
be looking at Josh.
Because if that's
Allen.
the case, we would have vetoed C.J. McCaffrey and
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I would have vetoed that.
I'd
No,
have
no
vetoed
trade got
that.
vetoed that. So.
Okay, so we
Go
good.
ahead.
But Josh Allen, Jacoby Brissett, and my man Sam Darnold. I
And
think
you're not rolling with that for the rest of the season.
it's a possibility.
No, you're not.
It's a possibility.
Not with David Johnson, Kamara, Ty
Leonard Fournette.
Gurley. and Leonard Fournette. And Tyreek Hill and...
Alshon Jeffrey. No.
No, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, and Scary Terry on the bench.
Terry.
And Amari Cooper.
So was supposed to make the pot get down.
So that's gonna put you at. You gotta sit. One of those is gonna be a flex, maybe two.
I mean, truth be told, if I'm a Moan and you don't make a move for a quarterback, I'm not mad if I gotta sit him. Because if I sit him, he's not playing nowhere else.
But I mean, if you make that move, that puts your team up to the top.
Yeah, but you gotta give up for that though.
That's the question.
That top 5 player that's sitting on the bench.
Negotiation, brother.
Right, he's got to give up that player. But I'm saying, who you give it to, what does that do for that team?
I mean, you're the only one.
You got to face that.
You're the only one that got his needs. You're the only one that got his needs.
I got a few teams that out there.
All right, so that'll wrap it up.
That's gonna be the other thing though. If you keep that same roster, that's what's gonna hurt you. Like that's my thing. It's not gonna hurt players. It's gonna hurt you because
that's debatable.
It's to balance out that roster.
Yeah.
Sometimes balance isn't what you think it is.
True.
But in fantasy football, you don't know. You gotta look at matchups, this, and that.
Speaking of matchups, well, since we're here, let's talk about it. Matchup of the week.
Oh, yeah,
Let's go, Freddie and Paul. Let's work. No.
Nah, all right. Me and Amal, huh?
Back to back.
Yeah, Amal got it back to back. Been in crucial games.
It's gonna be a real good one.
I'll be honest. If I put up 200 again, I might retire because I don't know if I can handle the responsibility of setting that roster
all year.
Man, I finally cracked 180, and it was still nerve wracking.
Well, when I was playing Freddie,
crazy.
At no point was I like, "Oh, it's in the pan." So the wife was like, "Oh, like how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm winning," but you know, she's like, she's seen the score. She's like, "Stephen, I don't think he can catch up." I'm like,
in this league, anything's possible. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good matchup.
No, I agree. Me too. If I
can't wait to see how you gonna set the quarterback.
If I survive.
I'm curious about that.
Oh, I'm setting that early. I'm gonna make a decision on it, and then drunk me's not allowed to touch it.
See, that's
But you gotta
me and Wayland's not touching the fantasy roster at all.
I'm making a decision till week 16.
Just in case. Just in case. All right, but
what y'all think about the Rams trade though?
Oh, for NFL news, talking about Jalen Ramsey?
Throw this in the last.
I like it. I think it's solidified.
That's not their
hole. Where's the hole? And he got a center, bro.
Where's the hole? The hole is about to be in your roster.
I thought you was going that direction.
I was.
But
I think the hole.
You got Talib and you got
Talib. Is Talib? He's not on injury reserve or nothing like that.
He got banged up a little bit, but he's still coming back solid. He still got Ramsey. You bring in a center to replace. I don't know what Sullivan been doing.
All right, so your defense gives up. Your defense probably give up. Defense gonna be stingy, but your offense gonna be giving up your points to defense.
They gotta see. The good thing is they got a bye week coming up in a week or two
to get it together.
So hopefully they have. They got 2 easy matchups.
Y'all don't think after the Super Bowl that Bill Belichick put the blueprint on the Rams?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with football. You get a blueprint. The same thing with Pat Mahomes. You get film on a guy.
Well, no, that defense is just fucking horrible.
No, I'm just talking about like how he's been performing the last 3 weeks. It hasn't been the superstar Pat Mahomes we used to see.
You got no look pass.
Exactly. You have
pass behind the bag.
But now, I mean, that offense.
Game of slice of humble pie, finally.
And that's what happened with the Rams. I mean, the last 2 years they've been feeling good. We throw up 35 points.
Remember when Jalen Ramsey was ranking quarterbacks?
Yeah.
What did he give Jared Goff?
I don't even remember.
I think it was an average or below average.
Something.
So that is starting to come around.
And to give up 2 first-round picks and
I mean, how you can talk shit about other quarterbacks when your quarterback was Blake Bortles at the time?
But where Blake Bortles at? In the Rams.
Oh, really?
But all right,
yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this up. As always, good podcast, y'all.
Yeah.
I
want to say fantasy
shout
football
out to the crew, man. I got y'all covered, fellas. Don't worry about nothing.
All right, y'all. We'll wrap it up.